Hi, today I'm gonna talk about a very wonderful, exciting, interesting topic. And I will mention a great man. But first, let me ask you, have you ever wondered how young children seem to pick up language so quickly? I mean, 1 minute they start what we call in linguistics babbling, and the next, boom, they are talking in full sentences. Well, today we're diving into the fascinating world of Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Why? To uncover how exactly kids learn to speak. So stay tuned and stick around. And by the end of this video, you will see how the way kids think is the key to understanding how they learn language. All right, before we jump in, let me introduce you to a superstar in psychology. Please welcome the great Jean Piaget. Welcome! This guy is a Swiss psychologist. Yeah, the Swiss are known for more than just delicious chocolate. Piaget is famous for his groundbreaking work on how children develop their thinking skills. So his theory says that kids go through 4 stages of cognitive development. And guess what? He says each stage has a huge impact on how they pick up language. Pretty cool, huh, right? Now, you might be asking, why is language learning so tricky for kids? Let me ask you, have you ever noticed how they go from saying simple words to suddenly using complex sentences? Wait, sometimes they don't get certain concepts right away. That's pretty normal, that's pretty fine, that's perfectly okay. So Piaget's theory helps explain why children's brains don't just learn words, but they have to grow and develop through different stages of thinking before they can fully understand language. I really like it. I really like this theory because it helps a lot to learn how children develop their language skill. Let's have a look at Piaget's key points about cognitive development and language. All right, let's break it down. Let's break down these key points on how kids' thinking affects their language skills. Here are 4 main things we need to know. Number 1, Piaget talks about cognitive development comes before language development. 2, 4 stages of cognitive development. 3, assimilation and accommodation. 4, language is a reflection of cognitive development. Let's talk about number 1. Cognitive development comes before language development. Piaget believed that kids' thinking abilities develop in stages. And guess what? Language follows along for the ride. Kids can't start speaking in full sentences or understanding abstract ideas until their brain is ready for it. Super powerful idea. He says it's like leveling up in a video game. First, you master the basics, then you get to unlock the complex stuff. Number 2, he talks about the 4 stages of cognitive development. And here is where it gets interesting. Piaget divided child development into 4 key stages. And he says each stage impacts how kids learn language. So let's zoom through these stages. And he called them, number one, sensory motor stage. And it starts from day 1 to 2 years. And in this stage, babies are just starting to understand the world around them. By using what? By using their senses. They can't speak yet, but they are learning important stuff like communicating by using through gestures and sounds. Number 2, and he calls it pre-operational stage, and it starts from 2 to 7 years. And also it is called the toddler phase. This is where kids start using symbols like words to represent things. They get super creative, using language in all sorts of fun, imaginative ways. But hey, their thinking is still a bit egocentric. What do we mean by egocentric? Meaning they have a hard time seeing things from someone else's perspective. They don't have this ability. But don't worry, their vocabulary is growing fast, and simple sentences are like start popping up. Number 3, he calls it concrete operational stage, and it starts from 7 to 11 years. Here comes the logical thinking and the logic. At this stage, kids begin to understand cause and effect. They can classify objects and follow rules better. This is where their language really takes off. Hello, mommy, daddy, kakao, kiki, cookie, like babbling we said. 2, complex sentences and better grammar. Stage number 4, formal operational stage, and it starts from 12 to adults. And we call it the teenager phase. Adolescents here can think abstractly, tackling hypothetical situations and big picture ideas. Their language becomes super sophisticated, allowing them to discuss complex topics like never before. Now they have the tools. Assimilation and accommodation. So, how do kids adapt their language as they grow? So Piaget answered this. Piaget introduced 2 cool ideas: assimilation and accommodation. And basically, assimilation is when kids try to fit new information into their prior knowledge, into their existing ideas. For example, a child might call every 4-legged animal a dog, because that's their mental picture of a dog. But then when they see a cat, they have to adjust. They have to adjust their thinking to the new information. Here they say, oh no, not all 4-legged creatures or animals are dogs. So this is accommodation. So these 2 processes help kids grow their language skills as they adapt their understanding of the world. Number 4, language is a reflection of cognitive development. Piaget believed that language isn't something kids that just pick up in isolation. It's deeply connected to how their brain develops. Do you remember Chomsky's theory and Krashen's theory here? Please go and have a look. The same here. They are not isolated. When kids start to think logically and abstractly, their language reflects that shift. A toddler may only be able to talk about what's right in front of them. But as they grow, they can start using more complex words, more complex sentences, more complex grammar, etc. That you know how Piaget's stages of cognitive development influence how kids learn languages. So think about the kids in your life. Are they just starting to use basic words, or are they stringing together more complex sentences? Let me know in the comments. Of course, you have kids in your house. You have it. Piaget's theory shows that language development isn't just about repeating words. It's about how kids' thinking evolves over time. If we understand this process, we can better support their language learning journey as parents and teachers. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I have a target to reach 1,000 subscribers by this month. So please, if you are interested, help me out. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Goodbye.